just a few things to gloss over. Obviously, brand new game, guys, with some alterations. You know, some that we're thinking for the good, some for the bad. I suppose the main thing to talk about first is now the deadline for locking in your teams before the start of the game week is 90 minutes before the first fixture. So those little handy sort of 10-minute little team leak periods that we were enjoying a little bit last year, out the window, isn't
it? They were like a little teaser, weren't they? A little treat sometimes. Just get a little snippet of that information.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
shame. You can't worry about that now. I suppose like we just have to roll the old dice and play pep roulette even more, and everything that goes with that. There's so many things as well this year. So many like loose ties at the moment. We don't quite, how are Chelsea going to play? New manager. How are Liverpool going to play? New manager. How much needle, pry and wheedle has Big Ange been given that Tottenham team? Because he was a man who was not very happy at the back end of last season. So many unknown entities, how are Leicester going to perform? New manager, new league. Ipswich, are they going to be whipping boys? They're trying to spend big money, trying to bring in players. So all of this indecisiveness, and we've also got changes to the way that the game is being played, along with changes to the Champions League format, which is going to have an impact on all the double game weeks for the European teams. And as you can see, the increase from 32 to 36 teams for the Champions League is going to then mean that if an English team makes it to the final, they're going to be playing 15 or 17 games, where in previous seasons that's only going to be 13 games. So the European format is going to provide, plenty of options for scoring points this year, and it's coming in earlier than it did in previous seasons as well. The Europa League and the Champions League both starting in September. Unheard of, right?
Yeah, game week 4, isn't it? 5, like you say.
Early. Yeah, that's why it's you've almost got I think you have to treat the first part of the Dream Team season as a bit of a game of chess, really. You need to take advantage of some of those early fixtures. But if you pack too hard on the first 3 or 4 fixtures, you're going to pay if you don't have enough European representation, like you often do, because the group stages tend to be big points, don't they, for some of the big hitters.
That's right. Obviously, also game week 2, we haven't got to wait long for our first double game week, which is when the Carabao Cup kicks off, and all right, there will be healthy rotation amongst the squads, but 13 Premier League teams double game week in game week 2, so not long to wait there. So you're gonna have one eye on game week 2 for the Carabao Cup, and then immediately we're going to then be wanting to have a switch in our ideals and what we're going to be going for, and then we're going to be wanting to attack the European fixtures and the European teams. So it's tricky, and with that in mind, how do you tackle the opening 2-3 months of the season? Do you set up to attack those first 4 game weeks, or do you go a little bit longer and are you eyeing up a broader spectrum? So yeah, there's just to clarify when the Champions League double game weeks are going to come in, and the current Premier League fixtures that are already locked into the calendar for the European teams. So, take for example, match day 1 for the Champions League group stage. Liverpool will be playing Nottingham Forest in game week 4. And they will also be double game weeking that weekend, and so on and so on. So, use this slide to help you navigate your planning for your team. And once again, cheers to the fellas over at Dream Team Dynamo for their hard work in knocking this up together for us and allowing us to use it in our slide. But yeah, some handy info there, guys. So all going to be helpful to your planning of your initial first 11.